What's up, YouTubers? This is Chetan here, and welcome to my channel Nature Design. And yes, this is the jar which I'm going to use for today's build. This was lying around in my house from so many days, and I didn't had any idea for this one. So I just got an idea to make a different kind of unique terrarium in this. And so, what are we waiting for? Let's get started. For the false bottom, I am using Leica clay balls. I just bought it a few days ago, and these are very tiny small size of balls, and these are really good for build up of these kind of terrariums, the smaller ones. The title of this terrarium is Way Through the Mountains terrarium. In this terrarium I'm going to represent or say picturize the view of a way through the mountains. You will come to know as the video comes to an end. And now comes the mosquito mesh. This will help us to keep the substrate away from the false bottom. And now comes the charcoal layer. This will purify the water in the terrarium. And now comes the substrate layer. This consists of dry moss, cocoa peat, and sand or soil. And you can see that I have kept the substrate lower in the front end and higher at the back end. This will be much more easier for me to picturize the way through the mountains in this terrarium. For the hardscape purpose, I am using slate stones to represent the mountains in this terrarium. Here you can see that while pushing the stones inside, the substrate has been shifted towards the front end. But you can see that with the help of the brush I was able to push it back again. Now I am spraying some water in it to settle the substrate down. You can see I am making much more adjustments and making some changes in the hardscape, but you have to do this unless and until you are satisfied with the view or what is in your mind. It should be picturized in the similar way. So the key thing to make a successful good looking terrarium is you need to make some changes now and then in the hardscape unless and until it looks the similar way which you want it to make. As the title of the terrarium is Way Through the Mountains, so I am making a way, a walking way through the mountains, and for that I'm using the golden aquarium soil. Extremely sorry, this is not a soil, this is sand. So it's a golden aquarium sand, which I'll be using to represent the way through the mountains. And now comes the fun part, the plantation part. In this I'm using moss. This looks like ground moss, and with the moss I've got a small pennywort plant attached to it inside. I kept it very simple in this one. I have used just the moss and some dwarf baby tears plants in it. And lastly I am putting some springtails in it. These are the cleanup root which will eat any kind of fungus and algae which are growing inside the closed terrarium. And this is it. This is how it looks. Please let me know in the comment box what do you think about it, and if you do like it, please give the video a thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please go ahead and hit the subscription button, because there are plenty of new projects and very unique projects coming up in the future. I did very minor changes in this terrarium later on, and added a prop in it. Here you can see I have added a small figure or a miniature person in it, and now this thing looks really cool. I hope you like this terrarium, and that's it for the day. See you next week. Bye bye.